Welcome to the Unplugged podcast, brought to you by the team at Under the Mango Tree.
Okay, we are live. Good afternoon, Galuh. Thank you for joining in. This is the third episode of Unplugged, where KNI peers from APAC share their passions. I want to thank you for your time, your submission, and your interest in speaking to us. Just to introduce to everyone that's listening, hi everyone. This is Galuh. She is from the KNIP team within the Geo vertical based out of Jakarta. And she runs a non-profit organization for women's empowerment in Indonesia. I will let her speak, but this is a very unique topic, which I am super thrilled to interview Galuh. But before we get into it, Galuh, would you like to let us know more about yourself? How long you've been at Google? What were you doing before this? Anything that you'd like to share?
Sure, Arindam, thank you so much for also hosting this. And again, I really enjoy this format, this Unplugged podcast. I really enjoyed the episode before, and I think this is a very great platform for Googlers to also share their interests outside their work. So hi everyone, I'm Galuh. As Arindam has said, I'm a KNI peer in Geo team. I work for Indonesia market, so I work together with Cordula's team, and very privileged to also work under Kirk leadership. I've been in Google, compared with the other, it's very not long. So I joined January 2022.
Thank you, and what a lovely introduction, and great to have you on the team. So Galuh, tell us about your non-profit organization that you run, Mastara. Mm-hmm. What does it do? When did you found it?
Yeah, so Mastara is my NGO that I found together with my co-founder. I started it in 2021. So a little bit background of it is that since I was in Berlin, I always have this passion to help women in Indonesia. I really didn't know how. I really didn't know in what way. My idea was only to get everyone together, create a forum or platform to basically to just network and learn from each other. So maybe I can connect these dots. So I can make all the professional women, doesn't matter, it could be in Indonesia or outside Indonesia, helping the Indonesian girls which is graduated from university and tell them or mentor them hey, I've been in your position and these are the do and don'ts. I was in the market. I was in the traditional market very early morning, accompanying with my mother. And then I met my high school friend. Her name is Yusria, and Yusria is one of the smart girl that I know in my life. She's very smart, she's very diligent. She always finish her homework, and I always copy it. And she always wanted to be a teacher. Then I asked her, so how do you do? What do you do at the moment? How was your life basically after high school? Because at that time we didn't have phone, right? And we lost contact. And then she said, I get married. She said to me, you know what? Even though I didn't go to school or I didn't go to university, I'm not a teacher as well at the moment. But I wish my girls will be able to go to university. Then it connect the other dot from the NGO that I was that it was still in my mind. All the profit, all the work we do for the early career development program, the profit will be, we will use it to host an empowerment program for underprivileged girls. For people like Yusria or maybe her daughters, what about if we give them a little bit of tools to become more independent, or at least to know what are other options that they have.
Wow, such an inspiring story. Thank you for sharing this. So can you tell us, what does Mastara do? What are some of the programs that you run? And how do you do it?
So we started with early career development program. So it's a 4 weeks until 6 week program. We give them webinar and training every week about, for example, how to tailor your CV, mock interviews, how to write essays for a master degree. And then we also pair them with a mentor. So not only they got like this amazing seminars, they also like have someone they can kind of like listen to their problem and guide them through this process. We did that. It's paid program, so there's a fee for it. But we always give scholarship. We always give like a spot, kind of like 20% spot of scholarship to the girls who have challenges in their finance. And from the payment, so all the profit for that program, we use it for our women empowerment. We have a second program, which is the Mastara English Convo Club, where we basically just like speak. We do that like twice a week. We do it every month, twice a week per batch. And then we open the registration of every month. And now Mastara English Convo Club, we receive 60 girls per month to do like this English Convo Club. That is the second program. The third program is the offline networking, because most of our program, all of our program are online. We also want them to meet and network and find kind of like give them a safe space to share their feelings, share their stories. Then the fourth one is all of the profit that we got for the previous 3 program, we give it for the women empowerment for underprivileged girls. So what we did is that we give seminar and weeks of bootcamp about applying for a scholarship. What are the scholarship out there for university bachelor degree? We always give them a sex education. We tell them about domestic violence.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack. So tell us, what does Mastara mean? How many people have enrolled in your programs? You mentioned about the 4 programs. Do you have any plans to add more programs to this?
So Mastara means like to get into the equality, there is a work to do. We cannot just like sit around and then someone else will do it for us. It should be like an active work. So that's the philosophy and meaning behind Mastara. Regarding on how many girls they already participated in our program, we are so happy that actually until today we have more than 2,000. So we would like to bring our program like beyond Java. So these are our focus at the moment.
Oh, thank you. I know I've seen your website around Mastara. I just wanted to know, how do you fund the running of Mastara? You mentioned that you charge a small fee and then you also provide discounts. But to run such a large program and to fund it during a tough time during the pandemic, and now since we've emerged from the pandemic and your plans to take it to more regions, how do you fund this? Have you received funding from other organizations, or you've done it within your founding group? Could you share more?
And then most of the large chunk of the operational cost was basically covered by the fee that we take. So it's a very kind of like 80%, 70% bootstrapping. So it's kind of like money in, money out. And then the rest 30% is for now it's from private donation.
Awesome, thank you. And so, how do women find out about Mastara? What do you do to encourage enrollment?
Most of the time, like it's really word of mouth.
So I saw some of the photos and it was very interesting. What is the typical profile of some of the women that enroll into your program? Like, what is the levels of education, the age range, what type of, are they working, are they not? If they're working, what type of background, what type of work are they doing? If you can share some of that profile.
In early career development program that we have, many of them also like working so many jobs and they just need some guidance. They want to know, like, sometimes their question is just, is there an end to this? Whether I can step up, whether I can get out of like this situation. And then for the women empowerment program for underprivileged girls, most of them we give the program to high school girls or junior high school girls. So between 14 until 16.
How can Googlers in Indonesia and outside Indonesia who may not be conversant in Bahasa Indonesia can contribute to your organization?
Amazing question. I think the first one is we are registered in GoGive, so you can we will be very, very grateful if you can also donate to our organization. This will help us really scale up. Yes, GoGive is one of the way. The second one is be our advisor, and the third one is network. If you have any network, it doesn't need to be in Indonesia.
Thank you, Galuh. And anyone listening to this segment, if you want to reach out, feel free to chat, ping, email, or just reach out to Galuh, walk over to Galuh in whatever capacity, whether it's monetary or non-monetary. If you want to contribute to Mastara, please feel free to reach out to her. Thank you, Galuh. It was an honor to have spoken with you, and thank you for speaking with us. This is a bit different from the other interviews that we have done, but we look forward to working with you, and hopefully we can provide and extend our support. The KNIP team here can extend support to Mastara so that it can continue to flourish and impact the lives of people in Indonesia. Thank you, Galuh.
Thank you so much, Aridam, for the space and the time. And thank you so much for also for listening to this.
You're welcome.
Thanks for listening to the Unplugged podcast. Brought to you by the team at Under the Mango Tree. See you next time.